Hey, what's up? This is Vincent Hayes, real estate professional here in the Bay Area. Unless you've been under a rock, you know the coronavirus is wreaking havoc all over the world. When I do my research this week on the East Bay Area, I'll let you know why right now is the best time to buy. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back to another property research video. This week I'm going to be talking about a few fixer-uppers that are in the East Bay Area that are great opportunities that you can get into right now. Before I do, I want to talk about the impact that the coronavirus is having on real estate transactions. As you know, the coronavirus has been crippling countries all over the world, especially China. China is a big one for America because it creates huge supply chain issues for American companies if they're not able to produce the products that we buy. In response to the downward pressure that the virus is putting on our economy, the Federal Reserve has lowered interest rates again. This creates a great opportunity for a qualified buyer to be able to go out and purchase a higher value real estate asset without feeling the strain that they would have felt a couple of months ago due to the lower interest rates. Lenders are seeing a large number of homeowners refinancing, but this is really a great time for a buyer to be able to go out into the market and get the home they want as the spring selling season kicks off. So having said that, let's take a look at a few good properties. So the first property we're going to take a look at today is going to be 926 28th Street here in Oakland. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 903 square foot home that's currently listed at $549,000. This is going to be more of a development opportunity that's going to be geared toward the fix and flipper or the real estate investor that wants to create an income generating property. This property is going to need everything. I think you're probably going to spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $200,000 to $250,000 to really get the value that you want out of this. So that means you're going to be completely gutting and renovating this home. If you're going to do that, you could potentially raise the property and create 2 units, one on the main level that you have now, as well as a unit below. So that could give you 2 units without having to do any new development on the lot and create any additional work for yourself. You could also create a small ADU or a cottage on the lot, providing that you have enough parking for all of these units. And then that could give you 3 units that would generate income, or you could use one of the main units in the single family as a unit that you live in and then rent out whatever you develop outside of that. I think this is a great opportunity. It does present a lot of work. So it's definitely not for somebody that's coming in on their first property that they're buying and trying to renovate this thing, because it's going to take probably 6 to 8 months of good work just to get this single family property up and running. And that does not include any time that you would take to build out an ADU. I'm sure you could do both in tandem, but that's a large project and it's probably geared more for somebody that has the skill set or has done this before, so that they can get in and out of the property without losing any time in terms of being able to get it on the market for rent or back on the market for sale. So, but I think this is a great situation for someone to be able to come in and renovate this property, considering it's within close proximity of Emeryville, downtown Oakland, West Oakland BART. So there are great opportunities here for a commuter that works in San Francisco. There are a number of areas or ways that you can make money from this particular property, even if you just renovate it and then put it back on the market. So I think this is geared, like I said, this is geared more towards the fix and flipper or the investor, but it's still a great opportunity, and I'm sure it won't stay on the market very long. So our next property that we're going to be looking at is going to be 292 Mather Street here in Oakland. This is a single family home. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 884 square foot home, currently listed at $649,000. And I'm sure you're wondering why a tiny home would actually present itself as being a great opportunity. This is going to be for someone that's a fix and flipper or a homeowner that wants to buy and live in a really great neighborhood here in Oakland. This one is going to need everything. It's going to be a gut. You're going to go in and do everything that you want to do to make it your own, or renovate it and make it something that someone else would be able to be interested in paying top dollar for. I think this particular property, if you look at it on Zillow, is in a neighborhood where everything is valued at over $1 million. So if you put the right renovations into it, if you're able to purchase it for, say, $750,000, because I'm sure it's not going to go for asking, you would be able to then have probably maybe $175,000 in renovations and get it back on the market, and then be able to get probably somewhere over $1 million for a well-modified or renovated home. This is a great opportunity for a flipper. I actually think that this is a great opportunity that I may even look into myself. But it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's going to be something that you're going to take probably 6 months to get right. And you're definitely going to be putting a lot of cash and time into it. So I think this is a great opportunity. You're going to have to bring your hammer and your hard hat and your creativity here, because one of the challenges with this particular property is that it's sitting on a very tiny lot. And so in this neighborhood, you're going to find that there are a number of other houses that have the same issue, but still have great value in terms of resale value or equity generated once they do the renovations. So I think this is a great opportunity. I'm sure some other folks would probably say that this is not, just based on the size and the lot, but I think based on the location, you could really get great value if you're able to get it for the right price, put in the right renovations, and have a budget that you're able to stick to, and be able to move in or actually sell it if you're a flipper, without any hesitation or any buyers feeling like they're not getting a good deal on this particular property. I think if you look at some of the comps that have recently sold here in this neighborhood, you find that they don't actually compare to what you have in this particular property. But if you are able to renovate and then put the right customizations in, as well as take care of all the systems and shore up the structural side if there are any issues there, I think you will still net out over $1 million in terms of a resale value or equity once you do the renovations on this particular property. I think it's a great one, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for whoever goes after this one. So the last property we're going to take a look at today is going to be 1948 9th Avenue. This is a large vacant 4-unit building. As we look at the property statistics, basically you've got 1 4-bedroom, 1-bath unit on the top of the building, 1 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and then 2 1-1s. So this creates some great opportunity for someone to come in and renovate this property and create some great opportunities to have rental income. You could also be a home buyer with enough capital to be able to do this, live in the 4-bedroom, 1-bath unit at the top of the property, and then rent out the other 3, or whichever you choose. You could also rent out that 4-bedroom to someone else and take one of the smaller units. But there's some great opportunity here because as you can tell, the property isn't in terrible shape. You could come in and do some light renovations to each of the units, and then lease it up, and then provide a great opportunity to be able to have a great mortgage subsidy if you want to live in this particular property. For someone that's an investor, I could easily see that they would come in, do the right quick renovations, and lease this thing up, and just reap the benefits of having a income generating property without any underperforming rents. I think that's the key to this property. I think the value at 1.5 is there. I think you just have to come in and make sure that your budget and your creativity in terms of the renovations are going to be tight and meet your investment strategy. I think this property is great because you have the 2-car garage, it looks like. So you have some parking, but then you also have the off-street parking that's right on the street here around the property. So, I mean, this creates great value. You're going to be close to downtown Oakland and Lake Merritt. This is a highly desirable area. I think that you could easily see somewhere near a 7% cap rate on this property. I don't know if 8.5 is going to be attainable based on the fact that you're going to be coming in and doing some renovations to maybe be able to get the rents that you want up on the upper end or higher end towards market rate. But I think the good thing about this property is that you're coming in with a great property that looks like a good structure that really only needs light renovations, and it does not have any underperforming rental income. So I think this is a good opportunity for a home buyer that has pretty deep pockets, or a real estate investor looking to have a great income generating property. So having said all that, I really want to stress to you that now is the right time to get out into the market. I think with the lower interest rates, I think there's some great opportunities as the spring selling season starts to be able to go out there, find that property of your dreams, and then be able to get that extra value that you want by getting a fixer and doing your renovations. So if you just come in with a great strategy, I think that you can make a great opportunity or a challenging opportunity, if you will, into a great one and end up with something that you'll be proud of and years down the line. So with that, I'm going to keep going and keep researching, but hopefully you'll do the same thing. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those in the comment section, and I'll be happy to help you. If you're looking to try and find a real estate agent to be able to help you navigate some of the ins and outs of getting into a property like this, let me know. If you're looking to get more research or value from videos like this one, hit the subscribe button and also hit that bell to make sure that you get timely updates on anything that I'm doing, because I'm going to be doing this on a weekly basis. But please, please, please get out there, get pre-qualified, talk to your mortgage broker, figure out what your strategy is, and happy hunting. I'll talk to you soon.